So I'm getting ready to get my garlic bed all ready with good nutritious soil, putting in topsoil, mixing it with sand. However, as I'm pulling out the sand box, the sandbag, I notice that it says sand mix, and it says just mix water in the directions and it will turn into concrete. So thank God I read that, because otherwise I would have put this concrete mix in, watered my garlic bed, and had the possibility of it turning into a concrete garlic bed, which would have obviously not produced any yummy, nutritious garlic this upcoming spring. So if you are looking for sand to mix in with your soil, be smarter than I am and make sure it is not a sand mix. It is just sand. FYI. This is the soil I'll be using. I just picked it up at Lowe's. Adding sand to my 2 bags of organic dirt, and that is to help with the drainage. This way the garlic is going to have better drainage, which is especially helpful because I live in Massachusetts and the soil is definitely very heavy in the clay arena. So I'll give you a little view of this. And then I definitely recommend doing this in your wheelbarrow. It will just be so much more easier. And so this is the sand here. This is the dirt here. And then I will add compost on top once I fill the bed up. Mixing the sand up with the organic dirt, and like I said, that's going to help aerate the garlic. And funny thing is that it turns out garlic is actually one of the most profitable crops to grow. So if you are considering ever selling any of the vegetables or flowers that you're gardening, garlic is a good one to do. The other really easy one that's also very profitable that I thought was really interesting is chives. Those are the 2 that you probably are already gardening that you can sell at a pretty high profit margin. So if that interests you at all, a little fun fact. So after you put some sand in and thoroughly mix it through, just go ahead and grab a nice handful and check to see, you want it to be nice and fluffy. So as you can see, it's just nice and fluffy and falls down easily. This is beautiful soil that is going to grow wonderful, wonderful garlic. So the last thing we have to do is add the fertilizer, and I'll show you that next. This fertilizer, I use this because it's organic and it's made from fish and seaweed, which just makes me feel extra comfortable, especially since I have 4 boys. And the important thing about that though is you don't pour it directly onto your dirt to fertilize it. You have to mix it with water. So I use just a basic gallon jug to dilute that into what I'm going to use. Now you're not going to pour this whole entire gallon of fertilizer into your garlic, because that would end up burning all of your garlic bulbs and it would be overkill. So I'm not a perfectionist, but I just kind of pour a little bit, and then I'm going to use the leftover amount to go around and fertilize my other plants in the garden. So I just pour some of that in, and then same as with the sand, you're going to mix that fertilizer up in the ground. Now the really key part here is to remember that you are only going to do this as long as you have at least 3 weeks to wait until you plant your garlic bulbs. Do not do this if you're about to plant your garlic bulbs, okay? Because it will burn your garlic bulbs. You need to wait at least 3 weeks before you plant the garlic bulbs. So the next video I will show how I put the compost in, and I will show planting the garlic bulbs. But now the dirt is at least ready, so I'll come back in 3 weeks and show you that.